If, like me, you've ever experienced an excruciating and inescapable pain when you're in an aeroplane, then you're going to want to watch this video today, as I'm going to share with you a few practical tips to alleviate this discomfort, with some of them involving products that you can buy and others being natural remedies for which you don't need any extra equipment whatsoever. And if you try them all next time you're on an aeroplane, you'll avoid pain, discomfort, and even possibly perforating your eardrums. As you're sat there on your aeroplane seat with the plane taxiing on the runway, you should be daydreaming about that beautiful white sandy beach that you'll be walking barefoot on in a few hours' time, or even that cheeky cocktail that you'll be sipping as you're watching the sun go down. However, if you're like me and you've ever had ear pain when you've flown in the past, then I imagine that your head is focused on the doom and gloom of that rather than the excitement of your trip. So, why does this happen? Well, it's pretty simple. When your aircraft ascends, the altitude increases rapidly, causing a significant drop in air pressure within the cabin. This sudden change in pressure affects the air trapped behind your eardrum within your middle ear, and because it happens so quickly, your ear doesn't have the chance to equalize itself. And then as the air pressure outside decreases, the air that's trapped inside your middle ear expands, creating the discomfort and pain that you've experienced in the past. You'll be delighted to know that you're not alone with this. In a recent poll that I put out there on YouTube, over 50% of you reported that you suffered with ear pain when flying, with it being a mix of both landing and taking off. And so here are a few things that you can do to prevent that ear pain. Firstly, before takeoff, there are a few steps that you can perform to prepare your ears. If congestion's an issue, then I'd recommend that you consider using a decongestant nose spray or oral decongestants such as Sudafed, which you should be able to get over the counter at your local chemist, and you can even get them in some airports. One thing to note is that the active ingredient in Sudafed is pseudoephedrine, and it works by narrowing the blood vessels in your nose. I'd recommend speaking to a pharmacist prior to taking this medication because it also narrows the blood vessels in other parts of your body too, which in turn can lead to an increase in blood pressure and heart rate. So if you do have any heart problems or blood pressure related issues, then it may be better to look at this next solution instead. So if you can't take Sudafed, or you've forgotten to pick some up, or you're just not keen on taking medication, then EarPlanes, that went well, which are reusable, come in at around $20 for 3 pairs, or £14 in the UK. And these are another potential solution to prevent your ears from hurting when you fly. Now, these earplugs sit in your ear canal and are designed to alleviate the pain and regulate the pressure in your ears. And they're incredibly well rated. They consist of 2 components. Firstly, this hypoallergenic silicone earplug, which has 4 soft rings around their circumference that creates an airtight seal within your ear canal. And then secondly, this central tube is the ceramic pressure regulator, which helps to equalize the pressure inside your ear canal during altitude changes. In essence, when you're flying, EarPlanes state that they create a barrier that allows for a gradual pressure adjustment rather than the rapid pressure change that happens as you head to altitude without them in. As the plane ascends or descends, the ceramic pressure regulator helps to maintain a balanced pressure, reducing the discomfort caused by these rapid changes to pressure. So I have to say that I've had plenty of positive feedback from patients, and there's a ton online as well. So I am indeed a fan of these things. Plus, EarPlane claim that they've verified them with US Navy aviators.
I feel the need for speed. Ow!
And I also like the fact that these things are reusable. Things to take into consideration are that they're only as effective as how well they fit in your ears. So if your ears are a little bit awkward, then they won't be the best fit for you, and therefore they may not be as effective. To caveat that, they do make them in both an adult's and a children's size, and so you can try them both out. And I'll link them in the description to today's video on where you can buy them. If, on the other hand, you're currently sat on the tarmac as I speak and don't have either of those solutions, then there are several natural possibilities to prevent ear pain when you're flying, which are all done by equalizing the pressure using your eustachian tube. Now, if you're as old as me, you'll remember the good old days when the cabin crew used to walk around handing out sweets at the beginning of a flight. Now, this wasn't out of the kindness of their own hearts. This was to get you to chew, which opens and closes your eustachian tube. This tube plays a crucial role in equalizing the pressure between your middle ear and the back of your throat. And during your ascent and descent, it's essential to open this tube to allow the flow of air in and out of your middle ear. And failure to do so can result in discomfort or pain. On the way up, I would recommend performing something called the Toynbee maneuver. Now, to perform this technique, I want you to close your mouth and pinch your nostrils shut, and then simply swallow several times in a row, which helps to equalize the pressure in your ears with the outside world. If you repeat this during takeoff, it will help you to reduce your ear pain. Similarly, for landing, you can jumpstart your middle ear equalization by performing something called the Valsalva maneuver to counteract this pressure increase within your middle ear. This is a simple yet effective way to open up your eustachian tubes and force air into your middle ears, relieving that potential pressure buildup. Now, to do this, simply pinch your nostrils closed and take a deep breath and gently blow through your nose while keeping your mouth shut. You'll know it's working because you'll hear a popping sound in your ears, which indicates that your eustachian tubes have now opened up. One thing I will say with this is make sure that you don't blow too hard, as you could potentially damage your eardrums if you do so. Now, don't feel that this is something that you can only do when you're sat on a flight. If you find that your ears are clogged in general, then you have to check out this video on my 5 top natural ways to unclog your ears.